Comfortably zoned in Metsville.
Hey, comfortably zoned in Metsville. We always are, even when the Mets lose the night before. But let me say this. Robert Cole is here. Bernie
I
Rose is
am.
here. Yes, you are. Bernie Rose is here, and Paulie is
I
here.
am.
So
Yes,
how
I am.
bad? So how bad could it be? Thank you guys for joining us. Um, First thing we have to do as Met fans from New York, those of us who are, Paulie, we have to we have to congratulate the New York Knickerbockers.
Yes.
53 years since 1973, when last they won. And they won.
I'm celebrating it by not wearing my knickers.
Okay.
I'm
Nice.
just telling you, everything from here down is all New York, baby, all New York.
I'm glad you have good elocution, or we'd all be in trouble.
There you go.
All right.
Nice
Maybe
to
it should be
see.
electrocution.
Nice to see Clyde still wearing those jackets. You know.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
he's
Yeah.
starting to look like a clown. is is Spike Lee Jr., but that's all right. That's okay. Um, I think
Hey,
that
Ralph, he's older than you are. He's 82.
older than I am. Great.
Yeah.
He's
Old as
Why
82.
dirt.
why
That's that
Hold
makes me
on,
feel.
hold on. I've got some really new dirt that I picked up from Home Depot last weekend. Now that's young dirt. Young,
yeah,
young
exactly.
dirt.
Okay.
That's like you, Paulie.
Yeah,
Well,
I've been
I
called
can't.
dirt before.
It's in storage, but one of the first caps I ever had was a Nick cap with um, uh, the stuff behind it, the mesh stuff that they used to
Right.
have, and the lines across. I still have the cap, and I still have the Knicks in my heart. Um, I
Yep.
became very friendly with Sam Stiff over the years, and former New York Knickerbocker, was on the bench when Wilt scored 100 points. He gave me some incredible insight of what went on in the game of basketball in those times, racially, the way things were. Um, there were, if you played on a basketball team and you were black, you were one of two guys who were allowed to play at that time. Each team had a quota until Red Auerbach came along and said, fuck that. Played five guys in the starting lineup for the first time who were black. And it just illustrates how in our lifetime things have changed so much that they haven't changed. You know,
Well, there
uh,
are those
Isn't
right
it?
now that are trying to change it back. So
Yes.
right, exactly. That's what I mean. That, and they're
Isn't that?
succeeding with the
Yep.
immigration thing. It's just a matter of color, as it always has. The blacks and the browns in this country have always been treated this way. We were, our founding fathers were imperialists and slave owners. So, what were we expecting to happen in under 300 years? I, um, we shouldn't be so surprised, but we got to be careful at election day. This, I mean, I knew that Trump was the wrong guy when Bernie tried to get elected in the primaries as a Democrat, and I knew it was urgent that he did because I knew he was the right person. He may not have been the right guy to be elected, but what the hell? Look what we did elect.
Well, I was for Bernie, I was. Voted for him in a primary. But as it was, or as it is, it's really unfortunate because of what's happening now is just beyond the scope of what you really. I knew things were going to be bad, but we were just watching a program, my wife and I, right before you called to get this thing going. There's an author, and I don't know his name. He was being interviewed, and he's probably somewhere around our age. And his parents went from camp to camp in Germany. He said they were in Dachau, and he named about four or five of them, and they were able to get out and have a son, him, and they thought that would never happen. Now he's written a book, and it's all about a lot of the stuff that happened right after the war, World War II, that is. And it's really incredible. But all the Southerners that came back, they could not believe that the stuff from the New Deal or any of the new laws that were being passed were giving rights to blacks and Jews, and that they've been working against that ever since. And it's still going on today.
Yes, it is.
Let me give you a little excerpt from the book by Einstein, Willie's Time. And Willie came back. It wasn't from World War II. It was from Korea, and he didn't even go to Korea, if I'm not mistaken. But he came back in uniform and went to Woolworths, where his aunt was working behind the counter, serving sandwiches or whatever.
Yeah.
And he went to surprise her, and she went, Willie, you can't be at this counter. This is after he was served his freaking country.
Oh, yeah.
And so it had to be 1953 when this was going on. We were like 7 years out. Yeah, right. When he got out of the service. And, we were set. This is our lifetime. So
it was in the early 50s. J. Edgar Hoover would not put surveillance on anybody that was going after blacks and Jews.
Really?
Yeah, this is a part of this thing also that I was just watching. I mean, but he was going after, other people for bullshit stuff, but he was surveilling Edward G. Robinson because he was a left-wing liberal. But people that were actually working to do harm to blacks and Jews, he would not.
Unbelievable. I never knew that it reached. I know that Joseph Kennedy turned around ships that were coming with Jews, and they ended up going back to Europe and going to concentration camps. And he was ambassador to England at that time. Had a lot of power. there are a lot of motherfuckers. Yeah, we talk about the president of the United States back then, who finally got us into the war, and cannabis is why I'm blanking on his name, Mr. Franklin Roosevelt. But this guy took years and years to get us have an excuse to go to the war. If we weren't bombed by the Japanese, we'd still be looking for an excuse to stay out of that war. And
I hear you.
and he was the great liberal of the time. So what is a liberal then, and what is a liberal now?
Well, unfortunately, in some years past, and some a little farther away, some not so farther away, presidents used to listen to Congress or abide by Congress or abide by the Constitution or the laws of this country. But when you have one who doesn't, and therefore emboldens the entire right-wing radical Congress to allow him to do whatever the fuck he wants, and the Supreme Court, my God,
should that not be impeachable? And should his physical and mental state at this point call for Amendment 25? Paulie and I have been talking about this for 2.5 years now.
Well, yeah, but the Republicans aren't going to do it. Look, if there's a free and fair election in 5 months, all right, if
Right.
there
At
is,
that point, of course. And
if
you
the
know what he's
Democrats
most
actually
afraid of?
control both houses of Congress, they're going to throw his ass right the fuck out. And they
After,
should. And then throw his ass in jail. But that's
of
another
course.
story.
And it's ironic that another war criminal is working in Israel, is working in cahoots with the motherfucker to screw up the world.
The problem is, there's so many problems. We've been watching some things. There's a representative, Dan Goldman. He's a Democrat, right? If I'm not mistaken, he was the lead on the impeachment process in the first term in the House, wasn't he? Or one of them. But
He was
all
one of
this,
the impeachment lawyers.
yeah,
He was one of the lawyers.
and all this shit that comes to a vote that allows Trump to make all of these trades legal, that all this illegal trading that they're going on, and Goldman could have voted against letting this happen on a bill in Congress, and he votes for it. And why? Because he and other Democrats as well, they're making money off this shit, just like the fucking Republicans are. And that's why they all have to go. I'm so sick of the Democrats just begging for money and not doing anything. I mean, it's just the state of things is just so far, it is so low, it's hard to imagine.
First of all, there needs to be term limits in Congress,
Good point.
Senate,
You're damn right.
and House. All
You
right.
got to have an
You
age
have-
limit too, and term limits. I mean, it's just enough already. Enough.
Yep.
These guys can't sit there till they're 100 years old, and they can't be in there for 40 years. You are 100% correct.
Yeah.
Because
And would it
happens
improve this
is they get-
country if we didn't have a Senate which always votes
what
disproportionately,
happens
and they're just do nothing people. It's the Congress that keeps it all going. And
not this Congress.
Look what they did to Martha Stewart for insider trading, and look what they're doing themselves now. I mean,
Right.
Granted, what she get her 3 months or something, but still, they sent her to jail for some bullshit thing that she hardly made a couple of nickels on. And look what Trump is doing, and look what they're doing. It's just mind blowing.
Yeah. You know, in the old days, there were novels about situations like this, war novels and what have you. There was always some rogue CIA guy who got involved and just for the good of the country, and I'm quote, take things into his own hands. I'm absolutely surprised. I'm surprised the Iranians did not come back and take care of Trump like his war took care of the previous leader over there.
The Khomeini.
They have tried, Ralph. Okay.
Have they
You
really?
can't get. Oh yeah, you can't get close to Trump right now. The only way Trump's going down is if one of the people guarding him goes rogue, as you say. You can't get close to him.
Well, he's been in two sports in this last week. He's been very public in in two places. I'm not rooting for him to be assassinated. I'm rooting for him to get impeached and someday wear an orange outfit and be taken away.
Yeah.
Now, I
And take
know
his money. All
right,
his
and take his
ill-begotten
money.
money.
But hold on, he's already got his own orange outfit. It fits him like skin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on his
Skin
face.
tight.
But
It's skin tight.
getting rid of him, Ralph, is only symbolic because you get rid of him and everything else is still in place. Okay, you impeach him. Okay, and who's the vice president that will then become the president?
Oh, you got to
You have
find a
to
reason
do
to
a
impeach him
full
too.
house sweeping.
You got to impeach his ass
Right.
too. And then the
Right, you
speaker,
do.
who will be a Democrat, would take the presidency. You got to impeach
And
them both.
all of the
It's a
DOJ
2-for-1
and the
job.
FBI who tried to save Trump from the embarrassment of being in Bubba. That's what it comes down to. Being involved in what he was involved in. He wasn't the only person, but man,
It's
he
just
knew
one
about
thing
it.
after another. He
He
invests in his drones, and then he starts a war. So everybody's buying the drones now, and he's making more money. I mean, it's one thing after another. What happened to
right,
the emollient clause? I mean, we lost that in his first administration. But I mean, it's just anything goes with this fucking guy.
right.
Well,
I knew it when we lost the
all you had to
Supreme
do
Court.
was read
Oh,
2026. All you had to do was read the book that the Heritage Foundation put out. Okay, it lays out line by line exactly what was going to happen. Okay, and if you get a copy of it now, when you read it, you'll see everything that's in there has happened,
Yeah,
and yet people voted for him anyway.
I know. It's insanity. I don't know what any of this has to do with baseball, but
well, we got to talk life once in a while, or we'll choke on not talking it. And
seriously.
So let's break into a chorus of meet the Mets, greet the Mets, step
yes,
right up and meet the Mets.
you know, I
Bring
want
Bring
to
your
your
say
wife on
kitties.
something.
the, bring your wife.
Yeah.
Stearns has been taking a lot of heat lately, but he has developed two potentially great players who have come up, Ewing and Benji.
Ben,
How is it
ben,
pronounced? These are great players. You develop 2 players a year.
Right.
You've got a rebuilding program, and you add to it.
Oh, you do.
It isn't all bad. Let's put it that way. They're still in the throes of wild card contention. You guys agree?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, right now,
I don't
everybody's still in
know.
the throes of wild card contention. Right now, everybody's still in the throes of contention. Okay. Okay. It all depends on where they are and what their record is at the All-Star game.
Well, the truth is this:
Okay,
they're
that's
only 5.5 games out of the last wild card spot, which is hard to
Right.
believe. So it's not like it can't be done.
And
Of
guess
course, it can
what?
be done.
If they had split the 12 games that they lost, which was absolutely horrible, and I think the manager has to take some blame for that. You don't go 12 games and not turn it around and expect anything. But that's your 5 games that you talk about.
But the problem
So,
is that there's only 2 teams behind them. They've got the 3rd worst record. So you've got to climb over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams to get that last spot. And that's hard to do.
yeah,
Even with 3 full months left, 3.5. We're not even at July yet. So there's plenty of
That's why I
time. But
say the All-Star game, okay, to me is I'll look at the All-Star game, what the records are at that point, and that'll tell the tale. Because you also, at the All-Star game, start looking towards the trading deadline, which is the end of July.
right.
Okay. And what are you going to do?
You got to
Would-
I can hear you.
Mhm.
Oh,
Okay. Hey, Paulie, why don't you do a little business real quick, if that's all the time we have left?
All right, so like the man says, like the boss says, let's do some business. All right, we're always looking for peace of mind, and I'm even looking for my camera control. There we go. Here at Comfortably Zoned in Metsville, we like to be able to sleep at night. That's right, and sleep well. And we do that with the aid of our sleep aids, which is our sponsors. Please patronize, folks. We'll be back right after this. Whether it's criminal defense, estate planning, or civil litigation, the answer is the law offices of Andrew Doja. Call us today at 510-865-1600 or find us on the web at dojalaw.com.
For tenant and landlord disputes, there's no other than the law office of Jeff Canberra. Call now 1-510-865-7369 and don't forget to tell them Zig sent you.
And we'll do our business at the same time. That's right. Go like, subscribe, and follow Comfortably Zoned in Metsville at all your favorite social media outlets. That's right. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now even on Twitch. So please go like, subscribe, and ring the little bell. That way you get notified when we drop another episode. But we're back. We're back here, Ziggy.
happened yesterday.
What happened yesterday, by the way,
Robert
as I
was
go
asking
back to your
before we
guys'
went-
camera sooner or later.
Oh, there you are, Paul.
There you go.
Robert was asking before we went on the air what the Dodgers did last night. And after they tied it up at 3, it was the pinch hit home run in the 7th inning by Miggy Rowe that looked just like the one he hit in the 9th inning of Game 7. And for every Dodger fan out there, it just brought you right back to winning that Game 7. And it just makes you think. I was watching some of the Knicks we were talking about before we went on the air. And, in that last game, they had the bench not score a point until there was something like 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And
Right.
if they put a bench together, because, when you look at what the Dodgers have done, it's not just all the big names, it's all the guys behind them, because they've had more injuries than any team in the last 2 years. I think they've lost more games to injury than anybody. But they got guys to plug in. You got a guy like Miggy Rowe. It's just unbelievable. And
Yeah,
if the Knicks can
depth
put
is
some, maybe they could do it again.
depth is incredibly important in building a ball club. Also, balance is important.
Yep,
Um, and scouting, player development. It You could have all the money in the world and not know which free agent to spend it
exactly.
on.
Look at
So
San
Well,
Diego. Look how much money they
Dodgers,
paid.
well,
yeah,
Dodgers have both. Well, the Dodgers both.
All right, we just
The
lost
brains and the
Robert's
money.
mic.
Yeah,
yes, indeed, Robert.
Am I back?
You're
You're
there,
back.
but you're garbly. It sounds like you're swimming underwater once again.
Oh boy.
It's just like my businesses. There's one thing you got to, or three things you got to remember: location, location, location.
Yeah, and if
Right.
underwater is your location, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But
That's right.
um,
Right.
fortunately,
Stay out of the water.
none of the three of us are fucked. We had a terrific show. I just want to remind people to box up some new or lightly used children's books and bring them to the Head Start program. You could help kids develop a passion by reading, by what they read, and you could be responsible in a small way, but a steady way for helping change the world. Because aren't enough people reading, pure and simple. And I've dedicated this sponsorship to the Head Start program.
excellent.
And let's hope that one person brings a box of books. It may inspire more people to bring a box of books, and each community can be helped. And you know what? The government, Trump, is not taking care of the arts and what have you, and uh, to say nothing of research for kids, cancer research. This is something you could do for the kids that they could learn who to vote for next time that wouldn't screw them. It's what comes around goes around. Um,
So
not,
don't forget. So don't forget the
yeah,
Head Start programs help children get ready to succeed in school and in life. That's right. Everything from early learning and development, health and wellness, family well-being, and family engagement. It all starts with a book in hand. That's right. The Head Start program. So we are
beautiful.
back and we're about ready to roll over to getting out of here soon. Let's go around the horn and make sure everybody's represented. Again, we are in the Marty Rose Memorial Podcast booth, as you guys can see. Currently under construction with our we're just finishing up the ballroom, so please pardon our dust. We're trying to get it all done, but the
Right.
ballroom, because at our age we need ballroom, right? So please.
Robert, Robert, would you email Paul information about how to put together a commercial for you? Because Robert's going to be sponsoring us as well
Yep.
as the two fine Alameda attorneys. Both can help you.
Yep, we will
Very
definitely
nice.
we will definitely
Smith,
hook up when we're off the air and take care of all that housekeeping stuff.
beautiful.
And
Good
Bernie,
deal.
Bernie, where are you guys playing next?
I'm at the Two Drunken Goats on Saturday night with the Eric Clapton tribute band called Forever Eric. And we just did a couple of shows this past weekend with my Florida Swamp Cats band. And that band is going to be playing next month on my 75th birthday.
Wow.
I shouldn't
Oh,
make
there you
that
go.
public, should I? I can make the gig public. I don't know if I should be
Basically,
telling him.
70 years of knowing you, Bond.
Yeah,
70, just about to the date.
yeah.
70 years.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's amazing. There's always the sadness in our lives about losing Mert, and
No doubt.
I hope that this show can always be in his honor, because he loved the Mets, he loved us, he loved his family.
Yeah,
He's a war hero. Um, it's just the wrong people go for the wrong
Too
reason,
soon. Too soon.
and we
sometimes, yeah,
we miss him,
no
and
doubt.
uh,
And
but
Bernie,
I'll
make
tell
sure you
you,
tell the family that
yeah,
we think of them all the time.
I will do
uh,
that.
yes. I spoke to Peg the other day, and just not easy. That's all. Life is not easy, but she remembers that he was a wonderful father and a wonderful husband and a wonderful provider. This guy, 43 years every day
Yeah,
from Staten Island. I never had the ambition or the any of that, the steadiness. Took the ferry and then took the subway
yeah.
to work, and then reversed it going back. So it's an hour commute each way,
Hour and
8 hours,
a half.
an hour and a half. Yes, 3 hours a day, and plus the 8 hours he worked. And anybody who works, the 8 hours is never over. You always take shit home with you in your head, if not physically. And, and I can't say enough about the man. That's all.
Well,
Um,
yeah,
so,
we all miss him. You know, he
yeah. Okay. Thanks for being here, Bond. Come back soon. We're
pleasure.
going to get on this show to compliment Robert and I, mavens, nothing but mavens.
And the occasional Dodger.
The occasional Dodgers fine. I'd like to, but it's really tough if you're a New Yorker and you lost the Dodgers or you lost the Giants. You knew the Mets were there. You know, and you became, as much as you hated to sometimes, you became Mets sympathizers.
Yep.
And I,
Dodger blue, giant orange.
That's right.
well, absolutely. And Dodger Blue and a couple of Jews. Um, um, Lenny Levine is a jingle writer, and I'm an aspiring jingle writer. It's just that I don't have any jingles. I don't have any musical ability. All I have is the ability to recreate and nap. Not bad though.
We all can
not,
nap. Yeah.
not, not bad. Bert, miss ya? Yes. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, young man, the youngest of us all. Take us out in the way that you know will make us happy. Pauly B.
All right. So if I'm sitting amongst a whole bunch of mavens, then you're right. I'm the youngster in the crowd. But here we go, guys. We always are expecting you here in Metsville. But until then, please stay comfortably zoned, and we'll see you guys next week in the bullpen because it feels like a lot of bullshit to me. Here we go. We're out of here, guys. See ya.
All right. Take care.
Hold on.